Hello everyone and welcome to the Anime Zilla, and thank you for joining me as we go over another certain Magical Index related franchise video. This video is another light-hearted video where we just look at what position each of the characters from the Index series would fall into if they were a part of a football team. Now, I've just kept it really simple with this one. I've just got striker, midfielder, defender and goalkeeper. These four positions are the key positions on the field. And obviously, if I do things like manager and stuff, it just gets a bit too complicated. So, keeping it simple, keeping it like this. And honestly, like my cooking video, this is just a little bit of fun. Nothing to take too seriously. And you seem to enjoy the cooking video. There's a lot of interaction in the comments. And there was a lot of positivity around that. So I thought we'd do that again. So without further ado, let's get started. And let's see what positions I think each character would fall into on the football pitch. Now, bearing in mind, you may disagree or agree, and if you do, play along and let me know in the comment section what position you think each character belongs into. See you in a minute. So then, we start off with Accelerator, and I'm just going to stick him in the striking category. He's an all-rounder when it comes to it, so he can defend, he can strike, he can... You know what? Midfielder is actually going to be the decision, because he can defend, he can strike, he can do anything, pretty much. His Accelerator. With his controller vectors... he'll be pretty aggressive and pretty useful on the pitch, nevertheless. Ignese, I'm going to put as a defender. Her ability, I don't remember it completely, but I feel like it fits into that sort of category. Alistair, I'm going to put into a goalkeeping position. He's not really going to be able to do much. Whenever I've seen him from the anime perspective, he just doesn't do anything, just stands there, or upside down. So he can do that in the goal, and just be as useless as a bag of chips or something. I don't know. A lot of you did say that Alistair would cook with a very unfriendly and rude ingredient, which I thought was rather surprising. So, yeah. Aqua is going to be a defender. He's been in so many battles, his character just kind of fits into that position. Defending your country, you know, defending in a battle, it just goes with the territory. I don't really know with this character, so I'm actually just going to stick him into a midfield selection. I don't think he'll be good at defending, nor do I think he'll be striking. He'll probably just be setting up things so that the strikers can score. I'm actually going to put Moo Point in midfielder as well, simply because her ability will be very useful in creating plays. She can have the ball at her feet and then suddenly just move it to a different direction, right to where the strikers are at. That would be pretty useful. I'm going to put this character at striker. She's been shown to be quite aggressive in the anime, so I think that'll fit her character quite nicely. Elizabeth is going to be a defender because, again, she's defending her country. She tries to fight back all the time. She's trying to protect what is dear to her. That's what we've seen from the character, so that's what I'm going to put her as. I can't pronounce this guy's... Sorry. I can't pronounce this guy's name, but I'm putting him there because I don't know a lot about him, and it's just safe to put him there. Fioma. I'm going to put Fioma as a striker. He's an aggressive, antagonistic character that can really do some damage if he gets past that defending line. February is going to be a defender. I mean, I know cuteness can't get you anywhere or win you everything, but she can just look adorable at the strikers and they'll just probably fall over and pretend to be injured. Who knows? Probably not. Frenda is going to be a midfielder. She's a great support character and I think that would fit her quite nicely. Although, yeah, she's going to be that, but my thought process of almost moving up to striker would be that she'll want all the glory for herself, but she can still do that in that position nevertheless. I don't know a lot about this character. Yeah, that's all I can say on that, really. Hamadora, again, he's been constantly defending Takisubo from what I've seen. I've not really seen him doing much else, so defending seems to be his trait. So we're going to put him there. Haraway, I'm going to put Haraway in goal. She's quite I don't really know why. I just can't see it being in any other position. She wouldn't be useful defending. She wouldn't be useful in making plays and being like a centerpiece. She wouldn't be useful in striking. So goalkeeping, she's going to be one of those people that you pick last on your team. And you're just going to be like, sit in goal. You won't be needed. Yeah. Himigami. I feel like Himigami could do something. I think she'll be the underdog. She'll be the special one that actually brings something and surprises all the other teams. So let's go with that. Index, she's going to be defender. I don't like Index very much, but she has got some useful abilities. Like, for example, she had that ability, I think, in season 2 or 3, where she stopped those nuns from moving forward until, like, they just stuck pens in their ears so they couldn't hear her voice. So if she could do that while, like, the strikers and other team members were, like, running towards her goal, then obviously her teammates can come in, pick up the ball, and kind of do that. So she'll be like the last line of defense. I think that would be pretty useful. And hey, she would be useful. Izawa, she probably is the best cook, as all of you did mention. I may have been a bit too harsh on her in my other video, but at the same time, I do believe she'll be a striker. She's great with the spear, and she can break through defenses pretty easily, and she's quite resourceful and quite smart, so I think that suits her nicely. This character as well, I think she's got like super strength or something, so striker, she can bring down the line of defense and just power right through. I think that would work. I'm actually going to put this Dark Matter as a striker simply because he's going to want to prove that he's better than Accelerator, so he wouldn't want to be in the same position. He's going to kind of... He's quite aggressive, but also quite resourceful and quite smart, so I believe he can do well and excel in that position. Kanzaki is going to be a midfielder. She's good at defending and she's good at striking, so she's good all round. And if she needs to defend, she can use those wires she used against Toma back in season 1. And if she needs to strike, she can just use all of her techniques and skills that she currently possesses. Now, Kazakuri is an odd one. If you put her in a goal, she's going to flicker because she'll be under a lot of pressure. Same with pretty much any position here. But I'm going to put her as a midfielder because that'll be less stressful for her, so it's less likely. However, you do run the risk of playing with 10 men and not 11. Or 10 women and not 11. You get the idea. Katori is going to be a defender. She's a member of Judgment, so she defends quite a lot. She's meant to be defending the city and everything. So I think that suits her quite nicely. As well as the fact is, we don't really know a lot about her in terms of her abilities or anything like that. And yes, abilities are turned on for this list. So if there's an ability that's helpful, go for it. Last order. I'm going to put her in goal. She's not going to be very good in goal. She'll be way too small for it. But I still think it'll be quite funny. I'm going to put her in goal as well. I think she's part of the church that Styles affiliated with, but at the same time, she wouldn't do anything. She'd just kind of be like, oh, I'm in goal. Oh, how very delightful. And just kind of like walk off. Lesser, I'm going to actually put Lesser in the striking position. She's fast, she's quick, she's agile, and she can strike hard at certain points. So I think that would be key to her being there. Although you could argue that she could be a left wing or a right wing, which will put her in the midfield position. But I think striking should be able to easily move past the defenders with swift and ease. Makoto Misaka. Again, I'm going to put her in the striker. More same sort of reasons as Lesser. I think she'll be able to break through and quite shoot. Plus, she could use like the ball as like a railgun and blast it through, although I don't know if that would count because she would break the ball in the process, but you know, use it with her feet. I'm sure she can find a way to do so. Her mother, I don't know, I should have added like a cheerleading thing, don't know, but that would be very very degrading of their characters. I'm gonna put her into defense. I don't know why. I just feel like that would be suitable for her character. Mugano is going to be again a midfielder. She's all round. She's quite versatile. She can strike. She can use her ability to kind of take down opponents that are in her way and get herself into a good position. Actually, I'm putting her as striker because of the reasons I just stated. But she's a glory getter. She would want to get all the glory. She wouldn't pass it at all. So she wouldn't make plays. She would just do her own thing and make it so that it's herself that gets the win. That's all I can think of, really. Nibutaba is going to be a defender. She's a scientist, smart, analytical, and perceptive. So I think she'll make use of her intelligence in that position. Oriana, defense. Ursula, defense. I don't know much about the magic side of this character. I really don't. I don't really know much about it. I need to read up about her, I suppose. But you know what? I'll put her as a goalkeeper. Simply because I reckon with her in goal, you ain't going to be able to score at all. She'll just be like this impenetrable wall that can just like... She can grow to any size. She can block anything like a magical circles or whatnot. Let's go with it. Be creative. This character is going to be defense. She's strategic, she's smart, but at the same time, I don't think she'll do much. She's more just like the stand there and I'll boss you from the sidelines type of thing. Sarton, I think Sarton would be good as a support, as a midfielder. Sherry, she's got those stone golems, so she can create herself and a stone golem. Fill up that goal space. Hardly anyone can score. Shirai. Shirai can't move with... Yeah, she can move with objects. I think Shirai's going to be a striker. I think that'll be her hidden technique. She'll be able to sort of... She'll be able to like teleport, like step a couple of feet in front of her with the ball quite easily, quite swiftly. And just kind of run loops around the defense. Just basically like hop through them. Just with her ability of teleportation. Shogaho is going to be in goal. The reason being is she's just going to be able to point her remote at someone that's running towards the ball. And be like, click, turn around. And then they'll turn around and head the other way. I think that'll be pretty interesting and pretty cool. So, it'd be fun to see. The Musica Sisters. I'm going to put them as a midfielder. They're good at intelligence gathering and deciphering and analytical, and they have been shown to be able to do physical feats quite easily and quite nicely, so I think that suits them quite. Style. Style, again, similar to Sherry, he's got that sort of like flame spirit type of thing going on with him. He can put like different talismans across the goal and like create like the flame giant thing from different angles as the ball's going. Burn the ball or just block it, whichever. Takisubo, defense. She's just going to be the one that just stands there and hardly does much. She's just crazy and psycho, so I reckon striking will be a good possibility for her. Toma, I'll put in Toma in striking. He's got a good punch, but at the same time, you don't punch in football, use your kicks. But obviously, it can kind of translate. Tsuji Mikado is always going to be support. So I find midfield that support role that helps the strikers get goals and also helps the defenders defend when needed. So I think Tsukushima, no, not Tsukushima, Tsuji Mikado can fit nicely in that position there. Haraway, much like Tsukisubo, she won't really fit in defense. She won't fit in midfield because she's not good physically. But I'm going to put her in defense anyway. Maybe midfield might be a better option for her. Mitsuka Worst is going to be a striker. She's aggressive, she's smart, she's calculative, and I think that would work well with her personality. I don't remember who this character is, so drop her in defense. She can use... Wait, what was her ability? I think it affects like the weight, buoyancy. I can't remember what buoyancy is now. Make the ball heavier, make the ball lighter. Yeah, I'm going to put her in defense because she can touch her opponent just slightly, ever so slightly, so it's not a foul, but like make them super duper heavy so they can't move, or just make the ball super duper heavy so the ball can't move if she can use her ability with her feet. Miss Comaway, oh dear. Now this would be the cheerleader if there was a cheerleading slot, but there isn't, so midfield. Congo is going to be... Congo's going to be a striker. She can use her ability to propel the ball forward with tremendous amount of propellant. She can shoot it through the sky, and it'd just be pretty fun that way, you know. Blast right through. Again, she can use the water with the goal. She doesn't physically use the water on the ball, on the opponent, because that would be a foul. So she'd have to use it, just like on the ball as it goes in, create like a water net or something, spread across the arena. And finally, I'm gonna put anti-skill lady right there in midfield. And honestly, that's how I think it would play out. I do honestly think that these characters would be suited in these current positions. Some of them you could argue should be in slightly different areas, but I think I've given some decent reasons as to why each character should be in their respective slot. So if you agree, great, hit that like button. If you disagree, still hit that like button, but let me know where you would move someone else to and why you think they deserve to be in a different slot. Again, this is just a bit of fun, nothing to take too seriously. But hey, I'd love to hear your input, love to see how you react, and let's see how it goes next time. Like I said, next week I'm probably going to be doing a review for Railgun, and then we'll see what comes after that. Honestly though, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new so you never miss a video from me, and let me know what tier list type of video you would want to see next from the Index franchise. Alligator, have a great day, stay safe, and alligator matane. Goodbye.